The reason that people are suffering in a mental level is that they still believe their old belief systems are true and they don't have the knowledge that it is based on lies. And to let go of thoughts, you have to know why the belief systems are not real, why it isn't a truth. But if you just want to stay present and focus on positive thoughts, you still believe the old patterns, you still believe the old limiting belief systems. So then you're still suffering. But I'm going to explain you how you can let go of it. And how you can let go of it is actually that you have to get the knowledge about why your belief system is not real, is based on lies, and that it is just a choice, but you have to get a deep understanding and really that you can explain it why your belief system isn't real. And every belief system is a lie. So it is very simple. You just have to write down your belief system and your thoughts, your worries. So you are going to write down what the thoughts are, what your worries are, what your feelings are. And that's it for the first step. What you're going to do then is that you are observing your own pattern that you write down, and then you are going to ask a question about it. So you have a certain thing. Let's say you have a thought, and you are observing that thought, and then you are going to ask yourself, why do I believe this? And then your ego is going to give you the answer, why it is believing that. So you come up with your own answer, and you are writing it down. You write down your own answer about that from your ego out. And if you have that answer, you are going to question it again. So, and why do I believe that this is true? Or where does this thought come from? Maybe it comes from parents or society or friends or whatever. But then you are going to ask questions deeper and deeper, and you're going to search for the truth. But be very, very critical to every answer that the ego is giving you. Because if you are going to be critical and are going to ask your ego to prove you that it is real, you are actually going to find out if you are doing it in the right way, that's always a lie, that you are always lying to yourself because the ego is trying to say that this is the absolute truth. So the belief system is necessary to believe to survive. But if you go deeper, you can find out that actually that isn't real. You don't need that belief system to hold on only to that belief system to survive. It is even a better thing if you can let go of the belief system and that you are open to all the possibilities. So you have different possibilities. That's even better. So being not attached to any thought, not being attached to any old pattern is more safe. It is more safe to be still in your mind. It is more safe to be in the present moment without projecting old patterns because you can observe it and then you can choose what is the best thing to do in that moment. And if your belief systems are telling you that you can do something and you did this exercise and you see where it came from, you can see that it's just an old pattern playing out. That you are just addicted to an old person, that you are actually, that's not the real you. That's just a thought and a feeling and an old memory, and that's it. It's all mental. But if you let that go, you are just here now and you can choose whatever you want and do that. So it's all about going deeper and deeper and find the truth in your own belief system and find out that it is not truth and go deeper and deeper, but you need time for it. You need to make time for it to go really, really deep. And sometimes me, for me as an example, I did sometimes on one belief system, I did 30 minutes. I was writing and writing, asking questions. Then I didn't have the answer. Later on, I had the answer. Then I get a different answer. And I was questioning that and go deeper and deeper. And then I find the truth in it. And I got so many insights about my own psychology. So because of that, I knew that all the things that I was doing are not based in truth. So if I feel an old pattern, I can choose to do something different because I have the inner knowledge that it isn't true. So it's not just letting go, it's just I know it isn't true, so it doesn't function anymore. When you know that something isn't true, it just don't function anymore. So you let go of it and then have the possibility to choose whatever you want. So you can have a new thought, but what I prefer is just have no thoughts and just watch any moment what's the best thing to do, what I want to do, what I feel to do, and then just do that, and that's it. And that's a very relaxed way of living. And it helps me a lot to have all this inner knowledge, so I'm free of that mental suffering. And if a pattern is playing up, I know what to do. So if you are also doing this and then you make it your own and you're going to experiment with this method, you make it your own, and that will give you a lot of power because if there's something, you have a new problem that you didn't know that was there before, so a new belief system maybe or a new trigger, then you know what you can do to get rid of it. That will give you so much power, and just when you feel something, you know it's just an old pattern. That's it. And I'm going to find out why it is not real, and then I'm going to do whatever I want.